'Twas not beauty that killed, but man instead. Dangerous Animals was directed by Byrne, and it starred Hassie Harrison, Josh Heuston, Ella Newton, Liam Greinke, and Courtney. Set in Australia, the film followed the story of a boat captain who derived pleasure from preying on the unwitting. He baited people onto his boat with the promise of a fun experience swimming with sharks, but little did they know that their lives were on the hook. This horror film focused on creating terror through obfuscated abduction and isolation. Once aboard the captain's boat, the victims were separated from any possible sources of help and assistance, as they were located deep within oceanic waters. This bait-and-hook approach to catching victims with very little opportunity for escape or rescue mirrors the stuff of nightmares. The technical composition of Dangerous Animals established a high contrast between the natural beauty of sharks and the dangerous potential of humanity. The musical score built tension and jump scares, while it also provided other moments of relief. Much of the instrumental composition featured sudden and loud bursts of sound that struck like a shark's bite and made various scenes even more horrific. There was also a moment in which the ominous music evolved into an increasingly faster and more energetic tempo before it died down to a calmer one. Furthermore, two songs greatly contributed to the film's levity. The cinematography also added to the beauty and fear within the film. The underwater camera work centered primarily on both medium and close-up shots of sharks. This illustrated the elegance that is often forgotten when it comes to the mental images people hold of sharks. Conversely, much of the violence occurred after sunset, which emphasized the risks associated with the cover of night. Just as sharks are often misunderstood, Dangerous Animals revealed how a human can be an apex threat. Additionally, it broke the typical mold of many horror films as it contained interesting characters who developed over time. Hassie Harrison excelled in her performance as Zephyr, an independent, fierce, and guarded young woman. She initially carried herself with confidence and preferred to avoid forming close attachments. Josh Heuston portrayed Moses, a kind, brave, and selfless young man. He admirably expressed a caring desire to help others in need. Ella Newton and Liam Greinke acted as Heather and Greg, a pair of tourists who expressed varying levels of interest in diving with sharks. Heather was timid, shy, and awkward, while Greg was assertive, daring, and supportive. Lastly, Courtney figuratively blew the sharks out of the water as he carried the darker side of the film as Tucker. He portrayed the antagonistic boat captain as a brutal, unrelenting, and twisted sadist. While the frequent violence and often bloody gore may not be for everyone, I honestly found the film to be a fun watch. It should also be noted that there was a sex scene with nudity as well as some profanity. However, I thoroughly enjoyed watching the sharks swim around on screen and the development of the characters as they fought to survive. One point of contention for me, however, was the character's ability to attempt a physically demanding escape after having endured significant injuries and trauma. It seemed unrealistic that they would have had the strength needed to do what they did. For those interested in seeing more films directed by Byrne, The Loved Ones, 2009, detailing a prom night gone wrong, and The Devil's Candy, 2015, following a painter who becomes obsessed with satanic forces, encompass the projects he has previously led. For similar films centered on oceanic isolation and predatory threats, Dead Calm, 1989, centering on a couple who rescues a stranger from a sinking ship. The Reef, 2010, the loose telling of a true story about friends who must swim to safety after their yacht capsizes in shark-infested waters. And The Shallows, 2016, depicting a surfer's experience being stranded on a rock during a great white shark attack, may be worth checking out. If you enjoyed my review, please leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, fear the hand, not the fin.